Who gives this woman to be married to this man?
Her mother and I.
You may be seated. We're gathered here today to witness and affirm the vows that Joe Nelson and Jenna Preston will make to God and to one another. On behalf of Joe and Jenna and their families, I'd like to thank you for your part in their lives. Each of you has played a very special part, and they're glad that you're here today. Thanks for coming to celebrate. Okay, Joe, repeat after me. I, Joe.
I, Joe.
In faith, honesty, and love.
In faith, honesty, and love.
Take you, Jenna.
Take you, Jenna.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
To share with you God's plan for our lives together.
To share with you God's plan for our lives together.
United in Christ.
United in Christ.
And with God's help.
And with God's help.
To strengthen and guide me.
To strengthen and guide me.
I will be a strong spiritual leader.
I will be a strong spiritual leader.
For us in our life.
For us in our lives.
For better, for worse.
For better or for worse.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In joys and in sorrows.
In joys and in sorrows.
Until death do we part.
Until death do we part.
With God's help.
With God's help.
I will lead you in our household.
I will lead you in our household.
And give myself for you.
And give myself for you.
As Christ gave himself for the church.
As Christ gave himself for the church.
Through all of the uncertainties and trials.
Through all of the uncertainties and trials.
Of the present and future.
Of the present and future.
I promise to be faithful to you.
I promise to be faithful to you.
And love you.
And love you.
I promise to guide and protect you.
I promise to guide and protect you.
As Christ does his church.
As Christ does his church.
As long as we both shall live.
As long as we both shall live.
Have the ring? Okay, Joe, take this ring. Place it on Jenna's finger. Repeat after me. With this ring.
With this ring.
I seal my vow of love to you, Jenna.
I seal my vow of love to you, Jenna.
Okay, Jenna, repeat after me. I, Jenna.
I, Jenna.
In faith, honesty, and love.
In faith, honesty, and love.
Take you, Joe.
Take you, Joe.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
To share with you God's plan.
To share with you God's plan.
For our lives together.
For our lives together.
United in Christ.
United in Christ.
And with God's help.
With God's help.
To strengthen and guide me.
To strengthen and guide me.
I will respect and support you in our life.
I will respect and support you in our life.
For better, for worse.
For better, for worse.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
In joys and in sorrows.
In joys and in sorrows.
Until death do we part.
Until death do we part.
With God's help.
With God's help.
I will submit to you.
I will submit to you.
As the church submits to Christ.
As the church submits to Christ.
Through the pressures of the present.
Through the pressures of the present.
And uncertainties of the future.
And uncertainties of the future.
I promise my faithfulness.
I promise my faithfulness.
To follow you through all of life's experiences.
To follow you through all of life's experiences.
As you follow God.
As you follow God.
That together we may grow in the likeness of Christ.
That together we may grow in the likeness of Christ.
And our home be a praise to him.
And our home be a praise to him.
Now, Jenna, you take this ring and place it on Joe's finger. Repeat after me. With this ring.
With this ring.
I seal my vow of love to you, Joe.
I seal my vow of love to you, Joe.
As a minister of Christ Church, I now declare that you, Joe, and you, Jenna, are now husband and wife according to the ordinance of God. So they are no longer two, but one. Therefore, what God has joined together, let man not separate. Joe, you may now kiss your bride. It's now my extreme pleasure to introduce to you for the very first time Mr. and Mrs. Joseph and Jenna Nelson.